What is up, guys, and welcome to a new video. I'm finally back, guys, and man, it feels good. It's been a while. I've been on a pretty long hiatus, but like I said, I'm back, and man, do we have some stuff to look at. I have a bunch of figures, a bunch of kits, a bunch of reviews, a bunch of collection updates. Oh my gosh, just videos galore. But I finally have some time now, so I can sit down and get around to it. Now, you guys can't even begin to imagine like the cachet of like things I have to the right of me off camera here, of just packages of figures and kits that we're going to review. But today, as you can see in the title, we're going to be checking out all the kits that you can purchase off of AliExpress and see if they're really worth it, and I guess taking your collection and your figures to the next level. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, so the first thing we're going to be looking at is this badass Trunks right here. Now, I'm not really going to do a review on him. If you guys are interested, please let me know. This is the Demoniacal fit Trunks. I'm pretty sure it's called the Coming One. Hey, yo, what the yeah, the Coming One Free the Future. I know it's a little bit sus, but it's a fantastic Trunks. I currently have him here with his jacket in hand and Super Saiyan hair. And I have him with the lightning effects, which is actually what we're going to be really looking at here. So the first item we're going to be checking out are these lightning effects that you can purchase on AliExpress. I'm pretty sure this came out to like $10 total, $9 total, including shipping. So they do come in a bunch of colorways. They have them in yellow, purple, red, I think green, but I got blue, of course, because you'll see later on in the video, we're going to be doing a lot of Super Saiyan 2 transformations. So with that being said, here are the lightning effects. Not too much with these. They just look cool. They're a little weird at first, but you just kind of slide them in to the different cracks and little slivers that you can find in between your figure. You just slide it into kind of the joints and stuff like that after you pose your figure. And man, it really does make the figure look badass. But yes, this is the first item. So I guess we're going to do like a rating system here. Is it worth it? Most definitely, yes. Most definitely. Like I said, I got this for like $10 with shipping included in that $10. So without the shipping, maybe it was like, I don't know, like $9, $8, $7. Really good deal. Definitely recommend getting it. Really elevates your collection. All right, guys. So now to something I'm super excited to look at. As you can see in front of us here, we have the game's Begin Goku. In my opinion, the definitive Goku. I think the only Goku that rivals this is the legendary Super Saiyan Goku. That one's pretty badass, but this one is perfect. I love the new 3.0 body. I refer to it as the 4.0. I kind of refer to these joints here, like this Trunks body and these legs, to the 3.0. And I refer to these new joints that you can see here as a 4.0, but whatever. All the terms have kind of become convoluted, so just who cares. Point is, we're going to customize this guy. We're not going to leave him as is. We're not going to leave him stock, I guess. And with what you may be asking, bang, now you guys can see, we got right here the Nono recast of the DKO Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Here we have the BSM Studios Goku kit, where you can basically swap out his gi there to have the battle damage one for his Super Saiyan 2 appearance. And this also includes this fixed ab crunch, which you guys will see in just a moment. But the figure, when you bend it, it kind of exposes the insides. Well, I'll show you just in a moment. And last but not least, my boy AFFN Customs hooked us up with the peg converter here to get this head on that Games Begin body. So without further ado, let's bust this guy out of the packaging. Looking fantastic. Can't wait for all the new Gokus coming out. The new Super Saiyan God and the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue for short. Using this new body, I'm really excited. But anyways, so one gripe that a lot of people have with this body, and I actually already own this figure. I purchased it again for the sake of this custom, but is this right here. As you can see, when you bend him over, you can pretty much see his insides. And people really, really hate that. So this pretty much solves that by extending the yellow portion here. So it pretty much covers that. So you can still have the same amount of articulation, but you're not going to have that ugly gap in there. But with that being said, essentially, we're just going to have to, boom, I think, pop the figure like that. And honestly, we can go ahead and, I guess, check out what this would look like. And as you can see, this is immensely better. Literally 5 seconds right there that we swapped it. Boom. However, We do need to go ahead and heat this figure up, but I will forewarn you guys, you are going to have to heat up the figure. This is a soft resin here, so as you can see, like, I could probably already kind of start taking it off. The only thing is on the back here, they have like 2 little nubs of plastic that they glued into the figure, so you have to heat it up to kind of melt the glue. Then you can remove it, and once you remove it, you can swap it out with this. Now, this is not as soft of a resin. I will forewarn you. This one's a little bit harder. This one doesn't feel as like malleable. This one feels like you could really like squish it, pull it, and it'll just kind of revert back to its original form. All right, guys, so I actually wanted to take a moment and show you what's going on. So I went ahead and I heated up the Goku torso, and I was able to peel this off. I got like a little pair of tweezers and just kind of jammed it in there and slowly peeled it off. And as you can see, this is what it looks like with it taken off. I removed it from the body. Low-key may have been a little bit easier if I left him on the body, but it doesn't really matter because it's off. So I did pop off the arms as well. I do recommend heating up the figure before you pop off the arms. You don't want to mess up any of the joints or anything. But basically, this is what it looks like. So now, all we're going to do is we're going to slide this into the BSM Studios Super Saiyan 2 Goku torso. I do recommend gluing it. You have a little hole there, a little indent. I don't know if you could see it, if the camera could pick it up. A little indent there with the square, right? And basically the purpose of that is to line up with this on the back. Alrighty, guys, so I went ahead and popped the arms back on, no problem. And then last but not least, we got to throw this on here. The extended ab crunch piece. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. It was a bit too strong there. Stronger than my own good. But boom, popped it back on. And guys, this looks killer. Now, if you don't want the torso to be like moving around and stuff, you can, like I said, glue it. I don't know if I'm going to glue it or not. I kind of am hesitant to do that. But this is what it looks like unglued. I mean, it looks pretty damn good to me. With that being said, I'm going to heat up this neck over here. And now I'm going to insert this new peg converter from the AFFM Customs. And then once we do that, we're going to throw on the Nono head. And we should have our complete 3.0, or rather not 3.0, but third-party AliExpress custom Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Jeez, that's a mouthful, but we'll be right back. As you can see, fits on like a glove. So now all we're going to do is just get ahead. I think we're going to get smirking face here. Pop it out. And then also might as well just pop out the normal face as well, just so you guys can get a nice look at both. So focusing in here, here is the smirking face, looking fantastic. And then here is the serious stern face, but that smirking face, I think, takes the cake right there. So let's go ahead and pop it on. Last but not least, we throw on the bangs. And we got to throw on the halo. Anyways, dude, he looks great. He looks great. Just a nice look at that hair there. I mean, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Really impressed with this Goku, guys, honestly. Might be one of my favorite Gokus in my collection. I'm a huge fan of Super Saiyan 2. And this, guys, is the definitive Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So before we move on to that Gohan back there, I think we should garnish this guy in some of these Super Saiyan 2 effect pieces. Or rather, lightning effect pieces. And then we can move on. Alrighty, guys. And here he is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hands down, this might be my favorite Goku figure in my collection. I honestly cannot think of a Goku figure better than this one. Holy crap, guys. The lightning effects just really take this Goku to the next level. Highly recommend this. This is hands down the best Super Saiyan 2 Goku on the market. There's no other Super Saiyan 2 Goku better than this. It looks fantastic. But with that being said, guys, I think it's time we take a look at Gohan. Alrighty, guys. So for this Gohan here, we got some stuff lined up similar to the Goku. The first thing we're going to be taking a look at is this right here. This is the Air HM collaboration, or the Air HM Studio collaboration for the SSJ2 Gohan kit, where basically you can get this gi and turn it into his battle damaged appearance. And then in addition to that, we have another Nono recast. This is a Nono recast of the HM Studio Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here. And man, I am so freaking excited to get into this custom. Now, this one is a little bit more than the Goku, as you can see. Not only are we going to be swapping out his gi there, we're going to be swapping out his legs, his shoulders, and we're even going to go as far as to swap out his knees. We got to do the knee, and then we also have this right here, which, if you're wondering what that is, one of these legs right here, you got to kind of glue this in there. So you can see in this hole where his skin would be showing, you're going to kind of super glue this flesh piece into it. Or honestly, I think you may just be able to jam it in there. I would glue it just in case. But anyways, this one is a little bit more complicated, so just gonna forewarn you guys with that. But without further ado, let's take this Gohan out of the packaging, and then we'll move on to kind of getting him all situated in his new battle damaged gi. Alrighty, so taking this guy out of the clamshell, immediately love this figure. I know one thing that people did warn me about is the fact that his legs might be a little tight. I mean, I think mine may be the re-release because I'm not noticing that. But again, I'm going to be extremely, extremely careful with the legs here. I do not want to snap it. Other than that, this is a fantastic figure. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into the process of modifying this guy, getting him all suited up in his new gi. All right, guys, so I did want to take a brief break here from doing it off camera to show you guys what it should look like. So once you heat it up enough, pop out the arms and everything, you're going to have this little purple tab here. This is similar to the Goku back over there. But basically, you're going to have that little purple nub sticking out. And it goes through this hole right here. So you just have to heat it up, slowly kind of work it out. And then once you heat it up enough, the glue will melt. And you are able to kind of slowly and carefully, through the painstaking process of just repeatedly heating up the figure, taking it off a little bit, heating it up, taking it off a little bit, you'll be able to separate it nice and clean. You can even see the shininess there. That's some of the residue from the glue, but boom, came off super easily. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing here, but with the belt. So as you can see, the little blue nub there that connects the belt to the gi, we're going to take it off so we can reuse it on this gi. And as you can see, this gi also has the nubs there and a little opening there, the nub to connect it with the back of Gohan's torso, and the opening there to connect it with the nub of the blue belt. But all right, let's get back to it. All right, so we're basically done with the torso. All we have to do now is just swap out the sleeves here. Alrighty, so we're finally done with that. You guys don't even want to know how long that took me. But as you can see, the upper torso is finally complete. The sleeves and the main gi are done. Now all that's left is are the legs here, which is honestly, in my opinion, the most daunting part. But let's go ahead and knock it out. Alrighty, guys, and here it is. You guys cannot even imagine the smile I have behind the camera here. It is finally complete. Oh my goodness, guys, this was really annoying. But now, all we have left is just to get the Nono recast of the HM Studios Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here, which, in my opinion, looks fantastic. And all right, guys, moment of truth. Bang! Oh, my goodness, this looks fantastic. Here's a closer look here at that face, the body. I mean, this looks fantastic. And then, before we move on, here's his stern face. Here's his stern face, and then his screaming face. There, boom. Looks really good. And then last but not least, they added this additional accessory here where you can kind of do this hand swipe where he's karate chopping Cell Jr. So that looks great. But anyways, guys, that just about sums it up. But wait 1 second. And here he is, the complete Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So honestly, guys, if I had to rate this entire figure and the whole process from 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a solid 6. I'm deducting 4 points. The first point deducted, again, for the fact that you have to kind of, pay a lot of money. You have to get this figure, which is more expensive than the Goku. You have to get the kit for the body. And then in addition to that, you have to get the Super Saiyan 2 here. And then 3 points deducted for just the process of putting the kit together. Oh my gosh, that was a nightmare. Don't get me wrong. I think this is awesome. The Studios, HM Studios kit is awesome. It's just that it's really, really annoying to put together. So I'm going to just deduct 3 points off that. Other than that, I think this is a fantastic figure. I mean, it looks great. Again, don't let the 6 out of 10, you know, make you think poorly of the figure itself. The figure's fantastic. It's just the process to get this figure sucks. But anyways, guys, here is the final look at all the figures we got today. It is awesome. So glad to be back. Stay tuned. Plenty of reviews coming. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, peace.